English with deck. You know, one thing that never ceases to astound me, not amaze, astound. One thing that never ceases to astound me is the fact that if you live in a more traditional and older Japanese style house, um, in the winter you are freezing, and in the summer you are bloody hot. The temperature control is, well, nil. Now, of course, I'm sorry if it sounds like a real complaint. It's not meant like that at all. Just a more an observation from a an Englishman's perspective. Let's call it. Yeah, I mean, there are many reasons, of course, you know. Before traditionally there wasn't AC and so readily available. Obviously, disasters, etc., and the difference in temperature actually can cause issues with materials. So they either need to be replaced quickly and easily, or they need to be durable. So yeah, there's a whole host of reasons. So I get that, I do get it, but just from my perspective of growing up in, well, England, especially northern England, you know, like I am sat in my office now, in my house in Japan. I'm sat in my office and it's freezing. Bloody freezing. um, yeah, it just, I mean, I guess the idea is you sort of tough it out for a couple of months and then the weather gets better. So, and I mean, of course, it goes back to the old thing of don't turn the heating on, just put another layer on, I guess, which is what my parents always used to say. And I definitely understand it now. Yeah, the house we live in is at the moment is a bit of an older one. It's a 37, 38 years old, around that. It's a lovely place, no problems at all structurally, amazingly well built, and the condition is great. However, yeah, when it comes to the summer, at the height of summer and the height of winter, it is a bit of a pickle. Now, in summer, it's not so difficult. You can just have the AC going, or you can have some fans going, etc. Whereas the cold weather is harder to combat. Um, I mean, like I say though, you just throw some extra garments on, have a heater going in a room or two when you're in it, a heater or two going in the room when you are in there. And yeah, you get by, but it is amazing. Just from my point of view. um, yeah, of course, it does depend where you live in the country, and also what kind of accommodation you're in. That is very important, I think, to know. You know, the last accommodation I lived in was a five-story, well, we apartment block, a mansion building. Mansion, it was called in Japanese. In Japanese, they'd say like a mansion. Yeah, and we were in the on the third floor. So, and we were very lucky with the direction we were facing. And being on the third floor, it sort of trapped the heat from below, a little bit from below and the sides as well. And then when we moved to this house, it's a detached house, so and it's very close to the ocean. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful location, beautiful house, etc. But it's cold. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, if you get the newer builds, of course, insulation's great, temperature control is great, but you know, you don't have the style, and you don't have the look and the feel that this house does have, and that is something, you know. Um, I suppose on the one plus side, you can leave some things out of the fridge overnight, and then they don't go off at all. So yeah, but like I say, just an observation from my point of view. Mm, yeah, and feel free to, of course, leave a comment about how your accommodation differs from accommodation in Japan, or if you're living in Japan, how your accommodation would differs to what I've just described. I'd be delighted to hear it. Also, I would like just to do a quick little um, put shout out about if anyone is enjoying the podcast and enjoying my content. Absolutely, it is not essential. I am doing this for everyone as a whole, and I understand. Some people are strapped for cash. Some people don't have a lot of spare cash. I get it. Life happens. But if you do have a little bit spare, absolutely, I would really appreciate just a little donation or a tip. You can call it, however, we'll call it a tip. Let's call it a tip. Now, there is a link on the Spotify description of this podcast, and it will take you to my coffee page. And through that coffee page, you can give a tip directly to myself just to help as a thank you for this. Nothing is expected, anything is appreciated. Absolutely anything. Also, you would find links to my website, which will direct you to my teaching platform as well. Feel free to take a look if you are wanting to learn some English there as well. But yeah, just a little announcement there. So I guess that is all for today. So have a great evening, have a great day, and see you next time.